Hi everybody, Florida Trailblazer checking in with you in these beautiful woods today, exploring off the beaten path, enjoying the surrounding nature. Not too far from Lake Panasoffkee. It's an intriguing place of history. See, at one time there was a community called Panasoffkee in 1800s, and it was going to be one of the biggest communities in Florida. It never happened though. Many people in 1800s were settling in this area. Had ranches, and orange groves, right by the river and the lake. Lots of resources here. Many investors and developers were invited to come here. And it was going to be developed into a big town. During the late 1800s, we had the great freezes here in Florida, and it devastated many crops. And many communities suffered economically. And when that happened, many of the investors that were going to be coming into this area and developing the town pulled out, thinking that this area would never pan out the way that they had hoped for the future. So today, nature has reclaimed the old town, parts of it at least. You can see many of the trails and paths throughout the area that were once used as roads. Seeing lots of limestone throughout the area. Going around these woods, seeing some traces from the past, some bottles, and pieces of metal in the area, so there may have been a homestead site nearby. There may have been a homestead in this area I'm exploring. I could see part of a cistern or well just up ahead here in the woods. Let's take a closer look. Really interesting. You can see the structure was built using the surrounding limestone materials in the area. It's been here for quite some time. Seeing some metal bottles around the area as well. And most of it's filled in today. Who knows how deep this originally was. Some metal remains here. Could have been part of a structure. You can see this area here has been built up. May have been a structure there at one time. Often these areas were used for different purposes over the years. So could have been a hunt camp one time, part of a homestead. Definitely a place of activity at one time though. It's interesting to think about so many years ago. This place was going to be turned into a large town. would have looked very different. Today it's a beautiful green space, lush wilderness. Hopefully it remains that way for some time to come, because in the future this could still be developed. Lost forever. As you walk through this wilderness, you can just sense the past. It's an ancient place, a lot of old trees. Really neat seeing some of these oak trees out here. A lot of them are very old, standing for quite some time. I always cherish the moments when I can discover them. You see, many years ago, a lot of them were cut down or just would fall over due to storms, ground saturation, erosion, various factors involved. But when you see these ancient oaks out here still survive today, it's an incredible experience. It's inspiring. They're strong trees. Something just draws you to them. Some old oak trees out here. Seeing some oranges here on the ground. A lot of citrus trees in the area. And many of them are planted out here. Some of the pioneers that settled in the area. See remains of this old cypress tree out here. It's hollowed out. Logging industry was very big during the time of the town. There were many cypress trees all throughout this area along the river. And many of them were cut down and hauled out of the area and processed at the nearby sawmill. Cypress wood is a very valuable wood. And you can still see some of the old cypress trees and cypress stumps still standing here along the river. Now this one's hollowed out. It's been here for quite some time. These cypress trees were hundreds, if not thousands of years old. A lot of cypress knees out here along the river. Interesting formations. Take a look at this one. It's hollowed out. Amazing views here by the river. Just walking along these swamps, taking in all the nature. See some of these nice cypress trees along the river. And these are left to grow. It will last for hundreds and thousands of years. Seeing a lot of these fallen oaks around the area, hollowed out on the inside.